Welcome to Tfspod, otherwise known as 24/7 podcast. Yeah, 24/7 Lou, winning championship rings while Ric-Hard is your conference favorite host. Yeah, you know it, the one-man band is the wrestling trivia king of kings. A dice, a wheel, another deal. The randomizer will tag in to make the steal. Tfspod, Tfspod, Tfspod. Welcome to the wrestling home of super fans, where we clash with facts and master plans. Opinions soar and predictions unfold, while our championship goldie shines brighter than any other gold. Join the excitement, raise your voice. In this wrestling realm, we will make some noise. Each matching night, our hearts ablaze. United we triumph on the goldie shining. Tfspod, Tfspod, Tfspod. I said Tfspod, 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 Tfspod.
Woo! Oh my gosh! Wow! You know, it's crazy that they were able to make that intro for us, Lou. Credit to all our assistants for that.
Yes.
And watching that after nearly 5 years, it still bewilders me that we have yet to be kicked out of this building's after all the things we've done in the break room and lobby.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, who keeps on providing chairs for us in this thing? I want a nice chair. I don't want a folding chair. Because then I got to hit record with it.
Oh, you want to do that, huh? Somebody, all right. Somebody play our intro. Oh, just kidding. That was the intro. Oh, all right.
You know what? I'm going to play it again because I like it so much. Here we go.
Welcome to Tfspod, otherwise known as 24/7 podcast. Yeah, 24/7 Lou, winning championship rings while Ric-Hard is your conference favorite host. Yeah, you know it, the one-man band is the wrestling trivia king of kings. A dice, a wheel, another deal. The randomizer will tag in to make the steal. Tfspod, Tfspod, Tfspod. Welcome to the wrestling home of super fans, where we clash with facts and master plans. Opinions soar and predictions unfold, while our championship goldie shines brighter than any other gold. Join the excitement, raise your voice. In this wrestling realm, we will make some noise. Each matching night, our hearts ablaze. United we triumph on the goldie shining. Tfspod, Tfspod, Tfspod. I said Tfspod, 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 Tfspod.
Yeah, folks.
All
Welcome to Tfspod. This is 24/7 Lou. I know it's a little bit different. We're trying a new intro out there. I hope you guys enjoy it. But again, let me just show you a little bit of the other one. Here we go. I'm 24/7 Lou. That's Rick. That's
Ric-Hard, baby! Woo!
and that's. Oh wait, where is he?
Oh, that's a good point. Where is he? I think somebody took him out with a folding chair.
All righty, yeah, folks. In this episode, we will be talking about bad blood on this one, and there sure was a lot of bad blood after seeing that Rhea Ripley match.
Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that Rhea Ripley Liv Morgan match.
Because
they should put whoever came up with the ending for that match in a shark cage.
with a shark and on the outside and the inside.
with the shark on the inside. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if I would be at that extreme, but okay.
So, that's how I'm feeling about this, man, for real. Because
I did not like the ending. It was a mess. Rhea Ripley should not have gotten a win by DQ if they were planning to end the rivalry. Now apparently they aren't. It seems so. That's a bit of a shame. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
We'll get to all of that stuff. Also, before we get to all of that stuff too, we get a chance to mention it before. We know it's been out there. The Netflix of Mr. McMahon.
For almost a month. I'm glad we're bringing this up because I have some thoughts. I imagine you have some thoughts as well.
Yeah. But before we get to all that, since the woman band's not here, I'll say the line. Ric-Hard, get the scoreboard.
All right, folks, here we go. This scoreboard is brought to you by Survivor Series Trivia. Folks, it's just around the corner. November's almost here. You know what that means. Thanksgiving. I mean, the Thanksgiving tradition. Survivor Series and the new Thanksgiving tradition on Tfspod, Survivor Series Trivia.
Yeah.
Folks, start learning your trivia facts for Survivor Series. You know you want to. It's always it's always blasts. Great stuff. We'll get to it there. That said, here's the scoreboard. In the lead with 17 points following a win at Bad Blood. Still hard to say that. It's main event, Jeff. It's 17 points. Wow. He went from ding 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 to nobody. Wow, got it. Behind him, we have a tie for second place, and it is between the one-man band and 24/7 Lou, who are both at 15 points. And then behind them, slowly but surely trying to catch up, it's myself, Ric-Hard, at 14 points. And yes, that thought bubble is correct. The wrong person won at Hell in a Cell this past weekend.
Yeah, the wrong person. I agree.
And behind me, we have Osama bin Diesel at 9 points. And then behind him, it's the randomizer at 7 points, making history. And behind him, it's the Tornator at 2 points. And then, what's this? The audience scoreboard. Here comes a new challenger. It's Alden Danielson at 1 point. And everyone else is at 0. Folks, do you want to be like Alden Danielson and us with points on the board? You know what to do. We put the community posts. We have the live stream. You can send us your predictions for upcoming events when we're doing them. We want to hear from you. Submit your picks. Send us your thoughts. Write a comment about how Lou shouldn't be champion anymore. I want to hear it.
Whoa.
That said, that's the scoreboard. Back to you, Lou.
My championship reign has been one of the most excellent things to happen to this show. You know that.
What the hell is that?
It was a bunch of baloney. That's what it was.
Before we get to recapping Bad Blood, let's quickly touch on this. Mr. McMahon on a previous episode. So let's catch up a little bit on this stuff, and then we'll continue on with Bad Blood and how bad blood it was.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you want to go first on what your thoughts were?
I knew most of it, I guess, and the most exciting part was the last half hour of episode 6. That's it. I mean, the last episode. Yeah, episode 6.
Wow, that is a very narrow opinion on the documentary, Lou.
I don't know. I've been watching wrestling documentaries, I guess, before, and like I knew a lot of that stuff. Maybe those tidbits of information here and there on different episodes, within the family and stuff. But Yeah, the new stuff was just that. I mean, that's how I
Well,
felt. I mean,
all right, okay. Well, I for one really enjoyed every part of the 6-part series. Part 1 was really cool. It does cover through most of the 80s, I think. Where so by the way, spoilers if you haven't watched it. I definitely recommend it. 100% check out this documentary if you haven't already. It's been out for a month. So if you don't want spoilers, that's on you. But the episode 1 actually has probably the better storytelling I've seen in a long time. It talks about how Vince McMahon grew up not knowing his father, Vince McMahon Sr. He grew up in a trailer park with his mom and his stepfather, who was very abusive, and his stepbrother, who was also bullying him. And basically, he first met his dad, Vince McMahon Sr., when he would turn 12 on his birthday. And that's when he fell in love with wrestling. That's when he found out what his father did for a living. And that's where he basically just became like obsessed with a way to not only get out of his terrible circumstances in youth, but also how he found a closeness with wrestling in his life. And if you look in that particular episode, I think a lot of people gloss over episode 1 because it's history. We know he buys the company. We know about him. A lot of people kind of know the story about how he overtook the territory system that was in the 70s before. But if you look at how Vince McMahon talks about like working for his father as both a color commentator and just a ringside interviewer, and how he had to like prove himself to his dad over and over and over again, and how originally Vince buying the company from his father wasn't the plan. How it was actually considered that it was going to be sold to Gorilla Monsoon, who was like Vince McMahon Sr.'s right-hand man. And the deal that he made with his dad was there would be, I think it was installments of payments. I think it was about 4 or 5 large payments. And the deal was that if at any point he was late on making the payments to his father could back out of the deal and keep whatever payments he had already received. So it was literally like, I can't screw this up at all. Now he did organize it in a way where he was in charge now, so he could make the decisions, and all the revenue the company was making would eventually go towards making the payments to his father. So it surprised a lot of investors and the people in the company when he did make the final payment to his dad. But then when he ran the company, when he was like doing everything he was doing, getting rid of the territory system, he talks about how at some point before his father passes away, he finally gets a hug from his dad, and how his dad tells him, "Oh, I love you, son," something like that. And you could tell that it meant the world to him. And he only got that basically once, essentially. And then his father passed away, and that was it. That was his only moment. And the rest of the documentary, in my mind, that is the defining moment of the documentary. Episode 1 actually lays the crux for the entire documentary, if you think about it. This is someone who has had tragedy in his life. I'm not making excuses for all the bad stuff that happens later on in the documentary, where that it's hinted that he either did or didn't do. What I'm saying is, this is someone, the reason why Vince McMahon, and this is my theory, and I'm going to stick with it to the end. The reason why Vince McMahon Jr. cares so much about being in control of wrestling, about, WWE, and always wanting to be a part of it, and how he practically was a workaholic, always obsessed with it and all that stuff, is because it's the only facet in what was his life that took him both out of the terrible past he had before and reminds him of his father, who is arguably the main family that he always cared about the most and meant the world to him, and why he still focuses on it. Because to this day, it reminds him of a euphoria that he couldn't have before. And yeah, he got involved in the performance of it. He had a lot of scandals, but he fought tooth and nail to make sure he never lost WWE. In some way or another, he wanted to keep WWE because it was essentially all he's ever known besides his past of being a nobody in a trailer park. I think that's why he's close with it. You can't work somewhere for 40-something years and not develop fondness for it. That's essentially family to him now. More so, I think he's known WWE longer than his own personal family. Because he meets after meeting his dad and being part of WWE. He meets his son Shane and Stephanie way after he's been in the company for that long. And he didn't know his father for that long. His father did pass away in the I think it's the late 80s, early 90s. So WWE is the one thing he's known for the longest. And credit to where it's due. He saw it before everybody else. He saw the pay-per-view model before anybody else. He saw the jump to streaming before anybody else. He also made mistakes. He should have listened to Shane when it came to buying the UFC back in the late 90s when they had the chance. That was Shane's move. He should have considered creating a line of succession when he had the chance. And for crying out loud, he should have kept it in his pants in some instances. Let's be real here. Like the referee story, yeah. I think the referee story is real with the female ref. I don't remember her name for sure. Sable, I've heard different perspectives on the Sable situation. I don't blame him if he did, by the way, because by all accounts, Sable was apparently a massive B word to work with, and Jim Ross even said that he thinks a part of it was more so she didn't like that she was stiffed during the Playboy deals. So I think it's very telling that she did come back to WWE. But that's besides the point. Vince, for what it's worth, you wrote yourself into having, in some ways, being involved with Tori Wilson, Candice Michelle, Dawn Marie, Sable, Stacy Keibler as a personal assistant, and who knows how many others I'm forgetting. Candice Michelle, I think I might have mentioned already. Writing all of them in. I think he even had. It's. I'm not gonna blame him. I'm not gonna blame him for that because I would probably be like, yeah, they're pretty hot. Let's book them to do something with me. But we're getting sidetracked so much. Long story short, check out the documentary. It's a very, rags to riches to from being the hero to being the villain story. All I can say is, in terms of the most recent stuff, I don't think Vince is a bad person. Because even the story that what's it called, Bruce Pritchard says about helping him with his wife who has cancer, and making sure he could take care of her. That's a testament of someone who cares about his people. But I do hope that he can reconcile with his actual family at some point. Because there has been some damage done. So, best of luck, best wishes, and I just wish him peace and for crying out loud, a happy retirement. I get why he has the emotional connection to WWE, but there comes a point where you have to let it go for someone else. And Triple H is that someone else. I think it should have been Shane. Shane had a good mind for the business, but Triple H is also a good option.
Yeah.
And those are my thoughts on the Vince McMahon documentary.
All right, there we are, and check it out, folks. Leave a comment after you watch it here. You can check with us.
Oh yeah. I know. At least some people are going to be like, "Oh, he has a dumb opinion, this and that." I want to hear it so I can tell you you're wrong. But go ahead, put a comment in the comment section. Now let's move on to the Bad Blood recap.
Oh, this recap. Well, at least gotta say one thing. Here's a picture of it. The winner of this one shouldn't have been the winner.
Agreed. Drew McIntyre put in the work in this feud. Damn it! Where's the thing? Play it. There you go. There you go. That's me right now. Drew McIntyre should have won at Hell in a Cell. Fight me, okay? McIntyre was better. I liked the swerve that they did where they had CM Punk where he was begging Punk, oh, you know, I'm gonna wipe the blood. I'm gonna wipe the blood from your face, and you're gonna beg me not to hurt you, this and that. And then they did that, and then Drew low blowed him. I said yes, and then he took too long with the stupid necklace.
Oh yeah,
bracelet, whatever. When he did that, I was like, this is so bad. Like he should have just ended it then and there.
Yep. Yeah.
Punk
What
didn't
does
need to win.
this
Punk
do
didn't need to
for
win.
McIntyre?
Yeah, no, I mean, Osama bin Diesel was there and he said it himself. He was like, yeah, great. McIntyre goes back to the mid card. Way to go, WWE.
And they have CM Punk. What? They have to turn heel or something to go for the title?
No, they have him go home. That's the other thing. Punk goes home. Great. Way to go. CM Punk goes home after Hell in a Cell.
He's not going home.
Way to go.
Yes, stuff to do.
Yes, he went home. He said, oh, I'm beat up. I got to go back, this and that. And they literally have Seth say, yeah, you go back home, Punk, and rest up so I can come back. You can come back and I can beat you up and properly retire you for good. Like, what was the point of that? What was the point of that? If Punk was going to go home anyways, just have them beat each other to a bloody pulp and then have McIntyre
with a victory go on and try to go for titles.
Yeah, even though I think McIntyre also needed time off. Why wouldn't you just have Punk lose? This was a moment. This was a moment to invest in the future.
Can we add this to a list of things that McIntyre should have won?
Oh, without a doubt. He should have won a Clash of the Castle, the first one. He should have won this.
Yeah.
He should have won a Survivor Series 2020 against Reigns.
Mm-hmm. Well, for our prediction scoreboard, only 3 people had this right. 3 people had this right. Main event chef, Diesel, and the Tornator. All right, moving on to the next one.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Nia Jax versus Bayley. Nia Jax wins.
And, I thought a lot of people were saying when I was watching this with them, they were saying it's kind of weird they started with Hell in a Cell. Like, why would they start on such a high note? And then I was like, well, it makes sense because you went with the tag match at the end because The Rock comes back. So once again, CM Punk doesn't get to be the main event because of The Rock on a pay-per-view. And naturally after that high, the perfect thing to follow it up with is a Nia Jax match. Where, by the way, the biggest pop of that match came when someone not involved in the match decided to run down and tease a cash-in.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody was... Yeah. The biggest pop of the match wasn't Bayley potentially winning or Nia Jax potentially, winning either. It was Tiffany Stratton running down and saving us from the awfulness is Nia Jax.
Yeah, and yeah, didn't somebody say that Nia Jax would try to cash in? I mean, not that. Tiffany Stratton would try to cash in?
That would have been interesting if Nia Jax would have tried to cash in.
No, I meant, didn't somebody mention that? I think. Well, anyway, I still think that's.
I knew the cash in wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. That story.
I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the sit-up spot being used by Nia Jax. She did the Undertaker sit-up, and I was like, "Wow, just tarnishing my favorite wrestler's legacy."
And the scoreboard, people kept on adding points, except the randomizer.
Except for the randomizer, that I like to see.
Yep,
that
right there's a donut already. 2 matches in with a donut. Next matchup, Damian Priest winning this one. And 3 of us got that one right.
Yep. Finn Balor losing tied us back in place and, evened out people's potential leads. Yeah. So that was really cool. I like that the randomizer didn't get a point either on this. That was really nice.
I think it's a jelly donut by now. Yeah. Anyway, this matchup,
Oh,
It says
not
winner
this
Rhea
matchup.
Ripley, but it did take us a while because we had only one person pick Rhea Ripley to win.
Nah, look. We had one person pick Rhea Ripley to win. It just so happened to be the person who's in the lead in the overall scoreboard. And the way this match was booked, if for the record, the original plan finish was for Rhea Ripley to lose via pinfall after Raquel Rodriguez interfered and cost and attacked Rhea Ripley. But because the ref saw it in plain sight, oh yeah, Raquel Rodriguez attacked Rhea Ripley, he called for the DQ prematurely, to make it look legit. But commentary briefly mentioned it and then didn't mention it again. They didn't do the official. And the winner of this match, Rhea Ripley announcement. However, still champion Liv Morgan by DQ. They didn't do any of that. There was a point where WWE.com literally said Liv Morgan defeats Rhea Ripley for the women's title. Like it was on WWE.com before they changed it because it made no sense and the ref gave the DQ result. We didn't know whether Rhea Ripley got counted out from being out there too long, beating up Dominic with the kendo stick.
Yeah, because
you pointed out she could have been DQ'd for using the kendo stick.
Yep.
Which I don't know if that's true. That's a little tenuous, but she could have been counted out. She was out there for
give me kendo stick on like that and people out there like that. That's a weapon.
Yeah, but they're not involved in the match.
Yeah, but you can't be beating up everybody like that.
She did tell the ref she was going to handle some business, and the ref said, "Yeah, you deserve that." So there's that. Look, all I'm saying is we do have. Hold on. Yes, this is live, schemas. This is live. We see you. Now that said, we do have evidence. We do have evidence to show you that, in some ways. This was provided by the one-man band, by the way. He said we have evidence that Liv Morgan was supposed to be the winner, and he insisted that I show it on air. So here we go.
What's up? Emily May with Wrestling News Co. Congratulations on retaining tonight. What do you have to say about Dom Dom's moment in the shark cage? And also we saw the return of Raquel. So is that kind of making you nervous a little bit?
What would I be nervous about? Daddy Dom is okay. He's in medical. Raquel is overseeing him right now. And I did exactly what I said I would do. I beat Rhea Ripley, not because...
Right there! Right there!
There it is. That's all I need to see. She beat Rhea Ripley, which is why I think we should not give Jeff the point. However, it's too late. WWE, we go by the official ruling. WWE says Liv Morgan lost via DQ. Rhea Ripley won.
Yeah.
Woo! Woo, yeah.
Sit down, Homer.
All right, which gave Jeff the lead. Show it.
There's the scoreboard. No, I had to adjust it because I had Diesel with 3 on that, and when I put it out with our other chat, our personal chat that I get this off of.
Yeah, you allotted incorrect points. Look at that. That's why you should leave it to the designated scoreboard keeper, not you, Lou. We have roles in this organization.
Diesel would have been happy. What are you talking about? But anyway, it's adjusted now, so you don't see anything. You don't see a 3 there. I see a 2 with teeth.
I am curious to know what people should have had. Oh, that good foreshadowing ski mask. All right. Let's get to the next match because this one had a lot of interesting returns.
All right, our next matchup. By the way, I gotta say this. At this point in the predictions battle, main event Jeff is assured of a win right here, right now, because
regardless of outcome, because
only one person picked Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns to win this. He said, "I'm going to be bold." We even put out a YouTube video on it on the shorts out there of the one-man band making his bold prediction. We ridiculed him. I know. I think I was the one that played this one on him. I think it was me that pressed it. I pressed when he's like Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, and I'm like, what? And I put that on there. I couldn't believe it. But nope, he was right.
He was right. And he even pointed this out after the fact. It's Cody Rhodes' hometown or home state.
Whoa. What is that? That has nothing to do with it. Because we know home state means you're losing.
Not under Triple H's WWE. Now, that said, here's how it happens. Because we had interference. We had the Tonga brothers interfere. And then at ringside. Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. Now, at ringside.
So why was the match called then?
Jimmy Uso, because they didn't actually fit. Luke, you're getting worked up here. They physically got on the apron, but they didn't get physically involved, which they were just trying to distract Roman.
Oh my God!
Jimmy was on the ringside, and there's an interesting concept, but that Ski Mask does propose here. Shout out to Ski Mask FL. He said, "I wish Jimmy's music hit, and he ran out when he returned." The problem, I mean. I think the surprise reveal worked a little better. I'll say. It's tough to say. It's tough to say. I think both would have worked. Just Jimmy coming out to make the save and even the odds would have worked. But I liked the whole, like, he comes out wearing a hoodie. Keep in mind, that's actually the same way he made the reveal when he originally turned heel on his brother Jay. When it was a Saudi show, I think it was, or SummerSlam. It was Jay versus Roman. And we had Logan James, Rock versus Cody versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 41. I don't know about that one. That's a bit of a stretch. Would be interesting. But when before I lose my train, well,
go ahead.
Before we lose my train of thought, the way Jimmy made his reveal when he came out to help Roman, effectively turning face this time around, was the same way and a nod to when he turned heel on Jay to help Roman. So I like that it's mirrored. This is the same thing he did last year. That was really cool. But ultimately, the important thing is Jimmy came out, sort of even the odds. He took out both the Tonga brothers, which was a nice touch. Because it's still 3v4, but it was even enough. Cody took out Jacob Fatu. And then Roman with the spear, and you could see it. Yeah, there you go. Something new. But Roman with the spear, and obviously Georgia was feeling it when they went, ooh, wow. That's yeah, they were definitely feeling it. Oh, cool. Yeah, well, you know. But Georgia was feeling it. Everybody had a great time. Oh, man, you missed some pretty good years, actually. Ski Mask, you should definitely check out at least the 2020 Rumble, which happened pre-COVID pandemic era. And maybe one or two WrestleManias. You should definitely check out some War Game matches, too. But, yeah, it was essentially a nod to Jimmy's heel turn. And
yeah.
That was really cool. But that's not the story that came out of that match, because the real big deal was the return of the final boss, which I don't think we have a still image of.
No,
it was the return of the final boss, The Rock, who apparently didn't get paid enough to do anything, actually. And all he did was do a count to 3 and then walk back after his music played, which was
he did more on that. He did more on the Instagram backstage video. Or TikTok video.
Yeah, no, I'm aware.
He did more in that than he did in the ring, or when coming out to the ring.
On the ramp, he didn't even go to the ring. It would have been cool if he went to the ring.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had
with that victory.
There it is.
One-man band gets the win, along with main eventer.
Okay, fine. I'm cool. I'm fine.
Yeah. Shout out to the one-man band for a 5-event prediction streak. Very cool.
Wow, 5 events. He's on a hot streak. I didn't even know it was going that long.
Yep. That said, that's it for Bad Blood Recap. The randomizer got a donut. Awesome, awesome stuff. Now, if you would, can the sound guys, otherwise known as the 24/7 band,
I think they're
play our outro?
Wait, play. Wait.
You know what it is. You know what it is. Look. Come on, guys. Back me up on this. Play it. We'll be right back, folks.
We have 24/7 winning championship rings. Where Ric-Hard is your girlfriend's favorite host, yeah. And you know it. The one-man band is the wrestling trivia king of kings. The dice for real, a number deal. The randomizer will tag in to make the stage.
Also, I want to add in here. We're going to do predictions for the randomizers for Wrestle Dream, and we do the predictions on Wrestle Dream. So follow our channel because we're going to come back again with live videos from 24/7 on 24/7 Miami. Is our channel. This is Tfspod, and we're going to do predictions again on the randomizers live predictions right after this one ends. This video ends. It's right on. You have to follow. That's the update. You know what I mean? You know. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do our predictions on Wrestle Dream. And we're gonna the 24/7 band, 24/7 Miami band has a song for that Wrestle Dream too, by the way. Interesting.